Hello and Minglaba, I am Henry Zin. Welcome to Myanmar Today, and this is where we take a look at what's happening in Myanmar. Today we have reports from our reporters Akacho on Myanmar welcoming ASEAN's stand to help with the repatriation process. Thora Swizin's got the story on China-Myanmar Paupor Friendship Day celebration. Loom will give us the detailed report on advocacy and workshop on dengue by the WHO and the Ministry of Health and Sports. And last but not least, Thora Swizin has the story on Xiamen Airlines' direct flight from Yangon to Xiamen. Before we get to the reports, let's have a quick look at the latest local news from around Myanmar. The Myanmar delegation, led by Daw Aung San Suu Kyi, State Councillor of the Republic of the Union of Myanmar, arrived back in Naypyidaw on Sunday after attending the 34th ASEAN Summit held in Bangkok from 22nd to the 23rd of June. During the 34th ASEAN Summit, the ASEAN leaders discussed ways on advancing partnership for sustainability of the ASEAN community building on Saturday. On Sunday, the leaders also exchanged views on external relations and future direction of ASEAN as well as regional and international issues during the 34th ASEAN Summit. On the humanitarian situation in Rakhine State, the ASEAN leaders discussed in a constructive way, acknowledging the complexity of the issue and the need to enhance ASEAN's support to Myanmar in facilitating the repatriation process. Some stressed the importance of creating a conducive environment for the returnees and taking into consideration of time frame in implementing the recommendations of the preliminary needs assessment mission. State Councillor Daw Aung San Suu Kyi met with President of Indonesia, Joko Widodo, at Athene Tower in Bangkok on Saturday. During the meeting, the State Councillor congratulated President Joko Widodo on his re-election. She also thanked Indonesia for constructing a hospital in Rakhine State as humanitarian assistance for all communities and said that both countries faced the danger of natural disasters and support and assistance were given to one another while bilateral cooperation on defending against natural disasters was required. President Joko Widodo in turn said coordination will be continued to provide humanitarian assistance in Rakhine State and discussed about successfully implementing the process of repatriating returnees suggested in the preliminary assessment on repatriation of returnees by the ASEAN Coordinating Center for Humanitarian Assistance. With the mating season of crocodiles on, officials with the Myanmar Wildlife Sanctuary have asked locals in Bogale, Piabon and Molamyanjun townships of Ayeyarwady region to be on the alert while bathing in the Ayeyarwady River. They have also advised them against letting animals venture near the river. The mating season of the crocodiles is between April and June. They build nests from June to August and breed from September to November. During the mating, nesting and breeding seasons, crocodiles tend to be sensitive and dangerous. Their heightened maternal instinct can lead them to attack humans and animals. Crocodiles mostly inhabit the Myanmar Wildlife Sanctuary and the mangrove forest near Kadon Kani and Piendaye villages in Bogale Township, Piabon District, Ayeyarwady region. The Administration Office of the Myanmar Wildlife Sanctuary issues an alert on crocodiles every year. And that's all with the local news. You're still with me on MI Radio's Myanmar Today, and I believe it's time now to take a look at our first report. Union Minister Dr. Win Myat A and UEHRD task forces gathered at the National Reconciliation and Peace Center on Saturday. The meeting aims to discuss the plans on the repatriation of the Bengalis. The report also touches on the ASEAN's report on the repatriation situation in Rakhine, as well as the readiness of the process. Agacho reports.
UEHRD Chairman Union Minister Dr. Win Myat A and UEHRD task forces gathered at National Reconciliation and Peace Center on Saturday. The meeting aims to discuss the plans on the repatriation of the Bengalis. Udo Aung, advisor to UEHRD's chairman, said that Myanmar welcomes ASEAN's stand to help with the repatriation process. The report by ASEAN is encouraging for Myanmar. They put serious effort in studying what's happening on the ground and the report is quite fair and square, I would say. So as mentioned by the minister, we have agreed on the areas we will work together in future. So we have published the report already, and we'll just need to officially submit the report to ASEAN, and we gladly welcome that ASEAN stands with us in working together with us for the repatriation process. Activities of UEHRD are carried out by 10 task forces that focus on providing humanitarian assistance, resettlement, development, and raising funds and awareness for the people of Rakhine. Among the 10 task forces, Construction and Infrastructure Task Force upped its effort to provide accommodation for returnees in rainy season.
ဝန်ကြီးဌာနအနေနဲ့သူတို့ဝန်ကြီးဌာနအနေနဲ့တာဝန်ဆောင်ရွက်နေပါတယ်ကျွန်တော်သိရသလောက်ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်အခုကျွန်တော်တို့သတင်းစာတွေထဲမှာလည်းတန်တာတွေနဲ့ဆောက်လုပ်ရေးတွေပါခေါ်နေပါပြီတတ်နိုင်သမျှမိုးရသည်မတိုင်ခင်သို့တော်လည်းမိုးကတော့အခုပဲနည်းနည်းရွာနေပြီပေါ့နော်သို့တော်လည်းအတတ်နိုင်ဆုံးသူတို့ကြိုးစားပြီးတော့အဲ့ဒီလူတွေကိုအမိုးအကာအောက်ရောက်ဖို့
So the government is calling for a tender for construction companies to build accommodations and camps for the returnees for the rainy season. So today, Construction and Infrastructure Task Force contributed largely in the discussion, while other task forces also take respective responsibility and contribution. UEHRD's Chief Coordinator Wu Aungtonda said,
အာဆီယံနိုင်ငံတွေနဲ့ညှိထားတာတော့အခုဒီတဲ့ပိုတဲ့အရေးအတွက်ပေါ့လေမြန်လက်ခံနိုင်အောင်အစီအစဉ်တွေလုပ်ပေးမယ်တန်းတန်းတွေပေးမယ်ဤပညာတွေကူပေးမယ်လို့
We are planning to accept more number of returnees than now. We are to respond to ASEAN's support in providing training and technical support. After the establishment of UEHRD, we have been all set to accept back all the returnees under 3 conditions, which are they are to return on their own will and to ensure the safety for them, and at last to help with the matter for food, shelter, and clothes for them. Vice Chairman of UEHRD, Dr. Winya A., Union Minister for Social Welfare, Relief and Resettlement, comments. UEHRD has accomplished many of its missions. Especially, we have built the repatriation camps, transit camps, and the development projects. So the capable persons from organizations and the government are working together for the repatriation. And the political twist is to blame for the slow repatriation process and other rationales behind it. So far, over 8,000 returnees have been registered for the repatriation, and the unit shows flexibility in accepting the returnees. In early June, Bangladeshi Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina said the INGOs and UN organizations that came to Bangladesh to extend voluntary services did not want the displaced Bengalis to go back to their homeland. This is because they will lose their jobs if the repatriation succeeds. UEHRD also says that they are ready to accept all the returnees who meet requirements for the official return. This is Agajo reporting for Myanmar International Radio.
That's a report on Myanmar welcoming ASEAN's stand to help with the repatriation process. We'll be taking a look at the stocks and currency exchange rates in Yangon in a while, but let's check on weather updates now in the 3 major cities in Myanmar. In Yangon, 33 degrees Celsius, there might be thunderstorms, but it feels like 38 degrees Celsius. Highest temperature is expected to be 34 degrees Celsius, but we're looking at the lowest temperature of 26 degrees Celsius. 51% chance of rain is expected. In Naypyidaw, 33 degrees Celsius and it will be hazy, but it feels like 40 degrees Celsius. Highest temperature is expected to be 35, and we're looking at the lowest temperature of 25 degrees Celsius. Very little chance of rain though. In Mandalay, 38 degrees Celsius and it'll be hazy, but it feels like 40 degrees Celsius. Highest temperature is expected to be 38 degrees Celsius, and we're looking at the lowest temperature of 28 degrees Celsius. There's also very little chance of rain in the city. Before we move on to stocks and currency exchange rates, let's take a look at the second report for today. China-Myanmar Paul Friendship Day celebration was held for the fourth time at the Pan-Pacific Hotel in Yangon last Friday. The ceremony was attended by the new Chinese ambassador to Myanmar, His Excellency Mr. Chen Hai, and Union Minister Ujo Dinsui. Dora Suizin reports.
The fourth-time celebration for China-Myanmar Balfour Friendship Day was held at Pan Pacific Hotel Yangon on 21st June. The ceremony was attended by Chinese Ambassador to Myanmar, His Excellency Mr. Chen Hai, Union Minister for the Office of the State Councillor Ujo Dinsui, Chief Minister U Phyo Min Thein and his wife, Peace Commission Chairman Dr. Tim Yo Win, Lieutenant General Tan Trung U of the Office of Commander-in-Chief Army, and important guests. His Excellency Mr. Chen Hai is the new ambassador to Myanmar who has recently arrived to Myanmar. He stated about the bilateral relationship of the two countries.
那么，今天我们这个活动是以中缅建交65周年为契机举办的第4届的包波友谊日的活动。那么，我们很快就要迎来中缅建交70周年。那么，缅甸是同中国最早建交的国家之一。我们希望以中缅建交70周年为契机，来推动中缅全面战略合作伙伴关系再上新台阶。我和我们使馆的团队愿意同缅甸的各界来共同努力，向着这样的目标，发挥我们应有的作用。
Today we are celebrating the 4th China-Myanmar Balfour Friendship Day. This year is the 69th year of China-Myanmar diplomatic relations, so next year will be our 70th anniversary. Our embassy will try to maintain the deeper, friendly relationship between China and Myanmar. He also stated that he has witnessed the growing up economics of Myanmar and he will try to support the improvement. He will also focus on the mutual understanding of the people of the two countries by promoting tourism and social performances.
我们要推动包括在旅游、农业等人文领域的友好交流与合作，使包波的情谊更加深入人心。 我们要推动“一带一路”和中缅经济走廊相关项目的合作，来在考虑缅甸的实际发展需要和意愿的基础上，来通过深化我们双方之间的务实合作，使有关的项目更好地造福两国和两国人民。
The embassy will keep performing to implement One Belt One Road and China-Myanmar Economic Corridor. The two countries will cooperate according to the needs of Myanmar people. We are trying to benefit for Myanmar people through our two countries' cooperation. Union Minister also expressed his gratitude towards the support of China to Myanmar in many sectors.
နိုင်ငံတကာပြည်စာနားလည်မှုကြီးပါတယ်ဒီလိုမျိုးကအောက်ကရည်တည်နေတဲ့အတွက်ဒီလေအစိုးရနဲ့ဒီများကိုကျေးဇူးပြုကြောင်းပြောကြပါတယ်ဒီညတော့ဒီရှင်တွေနေနေလူကြီး900ရဲ့ဘုံများတယ်ဒီဘုံဆိုရင်ဒီလက်ဆက်ဆံမှုဘုံထောက်ပြီးအဲမှာဒီလိုဘုံဆိုရင်လူတွေဘုံချေပြန်နေတယ်
I would like to express my appreciation for the support of People's Republic of China for the changes and challenges happening in Myanmar in the international performances. We have enhanced and strengthened the cooperation and friendship according to 5 principles of peaceful coexistence and will maintain that relations. At the celebration, 220 million images was given to the outstanding students from 30 schools as China-Myanmar Friendship Scholarship. Since the first celebration of China-Myanmar Balfour Friendship Day, the Fund for Refugees from Natural Disasters and Conflicts was given. For the 4th time celebration, 60 million images was donated to the government of Myanmar. That's all for now. This is your reporter Dora Suzy from MI Radio.
That's a report on China-Myanmar Balfour Friendship Day celebration. All right, let's now check on the currency rates from Myanmar's central bank. $1 is at 1,521 kyats. 1 Chinese renminbi is at 221 kyats. 1 euro is at 1,719 kyats. 1 pound sterling is at 1,927 kyats. 1 Singapore dollar is at 1,120 kyats. 1 Malaysian ringgit is at 366 kyats. 1 Thai baht is at 49 kyats, and the Indian rupee is at 21 kyats. Gold is trading at $1,405. Silver is at $15, and Brent crude oil is at $57. On the Yangon Stock Exchange, FMI is at 12,000. MTSH is up 150 at 3,450. MCB is down 100 at 7,800. FBB is at 24,500. TMH is up 50 at 3,050. And that's all on currency rates and Yangon Stock Exchange for today. This is Myanmar Today, broadcasting live from Myanmar International Radio. You can visit our website at miradio.com.mm and listen to our radio programs live on the website. Great music, great shows, keeping you entertained. And if you're on FM, catch us on 96.1 FM in Yangon, 96.5 in Mandalay, and 96.7 in Naypyidaw. Or better yet, download MI Radio app on both iOS and Android devices, so MI Radio is with you wherever you go. Moving on to third report. It's the monsoon season in Myanmar, and people should be aware of many common diseases which could occur during the monsoon. According to the World Health Organization, the months of July and August are the peak seasons for transmission of dengue in Myanmar, coinciding with the monsoon. The advocacy and workshop on dengue took place at the Melia Hotel, Yangon, last week. It was mainly organized by the Ministry of Health and Sports together with the collaboration of the World Health Organization, Myanmar. Lu reports.
Hi, this is your messenger Loom, greeting from MI Radio. Now I'm here at Melia Hotel attending one of the event, which is about the workshop on dengue, the fever, which is a preventable disease indeed. So I'm very delighted to be here. You know why? Because I've got the chance to meet the head representative of WHO and many partners or many heads from the Ministry of Health and Sports. This event is mainly organized by Ministry of Health and Sports together with World Health Organization WHO. Now, in order to get to know more about the dengue, I'm very happy to have the head representative of WHO here in Myanmar.
Thank you, Mingla Bakimya. I'm Dr. Stefan Jost, the WHO representative to Myanmar. The Ministry of Health and Sports and the World Health Organization are cooperating closely to help prevent dengue in the country. And for that, there are a range of programmatic and advisory measures that are being taken. Here today also, it's an important advocacy and preparedness meeting organized by the Yangon Regional Health Department in close collaboration with the Yangon Regional Government and the YCDC. Many partners are here. WHO is one of them, but there are many others also. Very important to engage the community and for all of us to help prevent dengue.
Now, I've got the article released by WHO on dengue. Now, let me read out or let me share some of the information about the dengue. Dengue is a common mosquito-borne viral infection. Severe dengue can cause serious illness and death among children. And July to August is the peak season for transmission of dengue in Myanmar, coinciding with the monsoon. So, which means we're now in the monsoon season. So this is a peak season of dengue infection happening most in Myanmar or most in the country. There is no specific treatment for dengue, of course. Now, let me tell you some of the symptoms or how to recognize dengue. If you're having high fever, severe headache, pain behind the eyes, muscle and joint pains, severe abdominal pains, nausea and vomiting, body rash. So if you're suffering from those symptoms, you should definitely go to see a doctor and then consult your health whether you have dengue or not. According to the head representative of WHO, there are more than 3,000 cases of dengue happening here in Myanmar so far.
Well, between January and beginning of June this year, the number of cases is round about 3,000 reported cases, which is slightly less than last year over the same period. At the same time, with dengue, one has to be always very careful. First of all, it's the beginning of the season, not the end, so there is more to come. And secondly, dengue is going in cycles. Even if it is down 1 year, it may be striking harder the next. And that is a very important difference to other diseases.
Now, all of you may wonder how to prevent from dengue. Now let's find out together with the head representative of WHO.
Keep all water containers closed in your own home, but also in the community and also in workplaces. It's very important to prevent the access to fresh water by the mosquito that will breed in the water. Do not leave tires, plastic bags and the like strewn around in the environment. Water collects in plastic bags and tires, for instance, and they form very good breeding ground for mosquitoes.
I'm sure you've learned the tips how to prevent from dengue, and that's all about dengue. Goodbye, until next story, I am yours, Lou.
That's a report on advocacy and workshop on dengue by the WHO and the Ministry of Health and Sports. Well, don't go anywhere just yet, because we still got one last report for you on Xiamen Airlines' direct flight from Yangon to Xiamen. Xiamen Airlines launched the new direct airlines of Yangon-Xiamen. The flight has commenced its flights on Saturday from Yangon to Xiamen. Xiamen Airlines is one of the well-known airlines of China with services of transfer and transit. Dora Suezin reports.
The Chinese airline Xiamen Air has launched the direct flight between Yangon and Xiamen, Fujian province. It is the first time of flying the direct flight between Yangon and Fujian province. Xiamen Air is one of the prominent airlines of China, which is providing transfer to the major cities of China, as well as transit to the countries in Europe, North America, and Australia. Economic and Commercial Consulate of Chinese Embassy in Myanmar, Mr. Gao Shanxue mentioned that.
自2018年10月，缅甸宣布对中国游客实施落地签政策以来，中缅两国往来航班激增。目前已有11条航线连接中缅主要城市。此次厦门到仰光的直航航线的开通， 将进一步促进两国两地贸易畅通和民。
In October 2018, Myanmar announced the visa on arrival for Chinese tourists, so there was increase in airlines between China and Myanmar. There are over 10 airlines flying directly between the main cities of China and Myanmar. Xiamen Air's flight between Yangon and Xiamen can enhance the commercial improvement and friendly relationship between the two countries, I believe. He also stated that since China and Myanmar are performing One Belt One Road, the airlines play an important role. He invites local airlines of both countries to launch more airlines between Myanmar and China. Yangon-Xiamen Airline has started the first route on 22nd June from Yangon to Xiamen. The flight frequency is twice a week, on Tuesday and on Saturday. Flight duration is about 3 hours and 50 minutes.
我们不仅仅是这个航班的密度可能会加密，我们还有新的航点。我们今天已经去跟相应的侨商、相应的商会，包括我们使领馆，包括我们在当地的一些那个航空机场也都进行了一个初步的沟通和交流。
Mr. Zhang Bin, General Manager and Director of Xiamen Airlines, said, "Since it is the first time launching of the airline, there are only 2 flights. We are managing the detail to fly the flights every day. We are discussing with respected airlines and airport departments."
我们在开通以后，我们还会进一步考虑组织，就是那个一些闽商，那个就是到仰光来，那个看有什么投资的项目，更好的那个促进当地的经济发展。还有我们。
Via this direct airline, there will be easier trades and smoother transportation, which can strengthen the relationship between China and Myanmar. Uomie, Vice President of Myanmar Tourism Federation, mentioned the tourism between China and Myanmar.
ကဲလို့ဒီစင်းရပါတော့ဒီရန်ကုန်ကမန္တလေးရော130ခုအရင်ကတော့ပြီးခဲ့တဲ့လ135ပေါ့အခုတော့139ရာခိုင်နှုန်းလောက်ပြီးတော့တက်လာပြီလို့ပြောတယ်ဒီလိုလေကြောင်းလိုင်းအသစ်တွေလာတော့အန်ကယ်တို့ဆိုမှဧည့်သည်များလာတာပေါ့နော်ဧည့်သည်များလာလို့ရှိရင်အန်ကယ်တို့ညှို့မှန်းတယ်လို့ပေါ့နော်ဒီပက်ကဘုံတွေကောင်းနေရနိုင်တာ
According to the data, the tourist arrival to Yangon and Mandalay from China increased from 135% in last month to 137% now. When new airlines are flying, there will be more tourists coming to our country so that the income for the country can be raised. To promote the tourism between China and Myanmar, the Tourism Development Committee was formed and they are performing the promotion in China so that the support and interest of Chinese local airline companies are afforded for the marketing of tourism of Myanmar. That's all for now. This is reporter Dora Sisney from MI Radio.
And that's all the reports we have for today. We now explore a little more around the world to see if there's anything strange or interesting happening in the world. Residents of a British Columbia town said a monkey has been repeatedly spotted wandering loose in the area, but no one knows where it came from. The first sighting of the primate in Campbell River was reported last week by a Beeline taxi driver who said the animal that ran out in front of his vehicle appeared to be a capuchin monkey. Residents said the monkey has repeatedly been sighted in the area since the first incident, but no one has come forward claiming to own a missing monkey. Lorraine Noel of the Campbell River SPCA said there have been no official reports of a missing monkey in the area. Noel said the owner might be reluctant to come forward if the monkey is an illegal pet. A Boston animal hospital said veterinarians used X-rays to discover the cause of a bulldog's nausea and vomiting, 19 pacifiers in his stomach. The MSPCA's Angel Animal Medical Center said Emily Shanahan, the owner of Mortimer, a 3-year-old bulldog, brought the canine into the facility in the spring to investigate the cause of his nausea and vomiting. Mortimer was initially diagnosed with acid reflux-related vomiting syndrome, but Shanahan brought him back to the hospital when his symptoms worsened. Veterinarians at Angel performed an X-ray on Mortimer's stomach and discovered the dog had ingested 19 pacifiers. Dr. Erika Diepap performed an endoscopy on Mortimer to remove the pacifiers. Dog owners, please make sure to keep any small or large hazardous objects away from your children and pets, because you never know when they might swallow them and later cause harm to the body, and that will complicate things more. Be mindful of that, guys. That's all with the news and reports on Myanmar Today. You can leave your comments and messages on our Facebook posts and catch Myanmar Today on radio at these hours, 7:30 a.m. to 8 a.m., 1 to 1:30 p.m. and from 7:30 to 8 in the evening, Monday to Friday. Thank you for being with us on MI Radio's Myanmar Today. I am Henry Zin. I'll be right back tomorrow and have a great day.